Are you ready to have a batching good time? Hey, wait a minute. I didn't say that other word. I said batching. How to do batch recordings that will save you time and help you stay organized in this episode of Podcastification. My name is Kerry Green, and I am the Client Happiness Guy at PodcastFastTrack.com, and this is Podcastification. This show is all about podcasting. How to do it, how not to do it, best practices, interesting news items that have to do with the realm of podcasting, and who knows what else. And I'm trying to do it all with a little bit of fun and some information to help you get a show going, keep yours going, or make it better. And if you like what's going on here on the show, I would appreciate it, so appreciate it, if you could leave a rating or review on iTunes. You can find out how to do that at podcastfasttrack.com/review. That's enough of that kind of stuff. Let's get you podcastificated right away. So one of the main reasons that I started my podcast production business is because I recognized that I could sell busy podcasters time. Really, I can sell them back the time that they are spending in the audio production and editing and all that stuff for their podcast. And my service does a lot in that regard, but it doesn't do everything. I mean, I can't do the recording for my clients. They have to record themselves and then send me an audio file to do my magic on. But for many of them, the fact that I gave them back a lot of their time still doesn't seem to help. They'll get stuck in a rut where they miss a recording one week or they don't get it done this time because something else came up. And that is why I think learning how to do batch recordings is an incredible, incredible thing. Because once you get this down and once you learn how to record many episodes in a batch, man, you save yourself so much time and you stay organized to boot. So what I want to do in this episode is give you 12 tips about how to do batch recording. So what you need to do if you're going to do batch recording is, first of all, number one, refresh your mindset about your podcast. So before you start any of the batching work, remind yourself why you're doing the podcast in the first place. What is it that you are trying to accomplish for your listeners and for your business? You need to be in that mode when you start your recording. So get your mind right to begin with, okay? Then the second thing is that scheduling matters a lot. Imagine your weekly schedule and block out the time to do the number of episodes that you desire to do each time you batch record. Set it at a realistic time during the week and make it non-negotiable. You got to make sure you schedule enough time to record it and to edit it, and I'll explain why you should do both at the same time in one of the other points here. Now, the next thing is I suggest you outline each episode. Okay, before you hit record, before you sit down and try to ramble, outline the episodes. Now, say you're going to do 5 episodes, outline episode number 1, and then outline episode number 2, outline episode number 3, all the way to 5. Get them all on paper or on your computer before you start recording. What that's going to do is that it's going to make you have kind of a more relaxed style, but you're going to have bullet point list of the topics you want to go through. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm following a bullet point list. And it's going to give you the peace of mind you're not going to miss anything that's important. And you can use it as a structure, even though you want to be kind of relaxed and laid back in the way that you present. Okay, the next one is that you need to think ahead as you write the outline. Okay, when is this episode that you're outlining actually going to publish? Is there anything date specific around that publication time that you'll want to mention in that episode? What about show notes links? Are you going to give links to show notes? Like, for example, this podcast episode, show note links is podcastfasttrack.com/011. I had to think ahead of time to get that set up so that I could tell you what it was when I recorded this. Okay, so think ahead about those kinds of things. If you're going to mention show notes links, do you have all your resources available? Things like stats, recordings of listeners that are giving questions, links that you want to mention. You get the idea. Think ahead as you write the outline and make sure you have all your resources available. The next one, save your outline as a template. Okay, you know what templates are. Templates are an incredible time saver for batch recording because that way you don't have to rewrite or re-outline your entire outline every time you do another recording, okay? Create a template and follow that template every time. Okay, another one, this one's kind of obvious, but let others in the house or in the building know that you're going to be recording. Obviously, you want as few interruptions and outside noises as possible when you do your batch recordings, all right? Now, here's another one. It's going to sound kind of funny, but do some push-ups before you start batching, or sit-ups will work, or jumping jacks, or whatever. What I've found is that the adrenaline and the energy that gets my blood pumping gets me into kind of an animated mood or a mode so that I'm ready to make some great recordings. So do something to get yourself wide awake, ready to go, so you can make a good recording when you do those batch recordings. Then, one more thing before you record. Once you get started, you're going to get into a flow. But between episodes, say you've recorded number 1 and you're going to do the next one, pause, take a deep breath, look over the outline that you've created for the upcoming recording, and get your mind centered on that content. Clear away everything else so you can focus, think through how you want to say things. Just take it. It takes 30 seconds, 40 seconds, but it will create such a better recording because you've given some thought to what you're about to record. Okay, the next one. A lot of people don't think of this, but it's a simple thing to help you. Pause whenever you need to as you're recording. See, there's no reason you have to get everything right in one take. So pause if you need to in order to collect your thoughts. And I'm not meaning hit the pause or the stop on your recorder. Just let it play out. The blank space that you see will visually remind you places that you need to edit. And if you're having someone else do the editing like my team does, then the same will apply. They'll see the gap and they'll say, hey, there's an issue here. They'll listen more carefully. They'll get the edit just right. Okay, so pause as you need to gather your thoughts, to say what you need to say the way that you need to say it. Along the lines of that previous point is this next one. If you don't like the way you said something, pause, clap your hands somewhere near the mic like this, and that's going to leave a big visual spike on the waveform to show you the obvious editing point. Then you restate what you just messed up the way you want to say it. Again, with the ability to edit, you don't have to get it right the first time. The next one is what I mentioned in the very first point. Do your editing as part of your batch process. You see, with the content for the episode fresh on your mind, you're going to make better edits. So do them right away. Build in that time when you build your schedule. If you pass on the editing to someone like me or my team, this won't apply. So that's why in the first point I said you should set aside enough time to record and edit. That's for those of you who are doing it all in one, doing it yourself. All right. And then the last point I would suggest is to set the date for your next batch recording session. You see, batching your recordings causes you to feel a huge relief about the coming weeks. And that's the point of doing batch recordings. You want to offload the work so you don't have to do it for, say, the next 4 weeks. But oftentimes, people let that feeling cause them to relax too much, and they miss or delay their next batch recording session because they have this false sense of security. So once you're done recording today, say this is your batch recording day, once you're done recording today, set your next batch session on your calendar. Set up a reminder electronically. Set up some kind of an internet reminder. Do something to remind you ahead of time that batch recording is coming up, and then stick to it. Don't let it slide. If you delay it, if you put it off, you're going to get in a world of hurt, and you're going to lose the benefits of doing batch recordings. I'm curious, how many of you have done batch recordings, and what has been your experience? How has it given you back time? How has it helped you stay organized? How has it helped you get out podcast episodes on time? Those are all vital things. You can contact me at the comments section for the show notes of this episode, and that's at podcastfasttrack.com/batching. Imagine that. So leave your comment. Let me know how batching has worked for you. And also, if you want to chat with me about anything, you can always do that at Carey@podcastfasttrack.com. And Carey is spelled Carey. Thanks so much for listening to Podcastification. This show is brought to you by Podcast Fast Track, where my team provides professional podcasting services without the time suck. Full production, editing, and show notes, all in one monthly subscription package. You can find out more at podcastfasttrack.com. Now go out and make it a podcastificating day. Now, here's what and imagine that you're just sitting down, you're going to do some batch recording. So what you need to do, so here are my tips on how to do batch recording. I've done quite a few of these myself, and I haven't even counted how many tips I have here. Let me count real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Man, I can't count. I'm losing track. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. I think I'll edit all that out.